Persons in Halfway Tree Square were on Monday gifted with masks and hand sanitizers by Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton. Dr. Tufton is calling for more personal responsibility in the fight against the novel coronavirus COVID-19. PBCJ's Gabrielle Thompson was on location and she filed this report.
The work-from-home order expired May 31, 2020, and the Jamaican economy is slowly reopening. The Ministry of Health and Wellness says it is important to highlight the part personal responsibility plays in the fight against COVID-19. For his part, Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton was on location in Halfway Tree on Monday to distribute hand sanitizers, masks, and educational materials to Jamaicans. He says it is important for persons to wear their masks in the fight against COVID-19. The Health Minister distributed approximately 3,000 masks. From the Halfway Tree Transport Center to the bus park, even to persons standing in line at the bank, Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton distributed masks to those without. He says the end of the work-from-home order prompted the action.
What we're doing today, myself and the team from SERA, the health promotion team, is basically moving around in Halfway Tree Square, looking to see persons who are not wearing masks, providing them with a mask. We're going to give out probably 2,000 or 3,000 masks today, this morning, and basically promoting the message that wearing masks in public spaces, practicing social distancing, hand sanitization, all of this represents the new norm in the fight against COVID-19. As you know, the Prime Minister announced yesterday that effective today, June 1, there will be the work from home order would have expired. What we anticipate, therefore, is that more persons will be coming out to work, to go to the physical space called work, and as a consequence, more will be taking public transport, more will be moving from one place to the next. There's going to be more congregating of persons, and the possibility of the virus spreading is going to become increased. And so what we want is a messaging to the public to say, please remember that part of the approach to reducing the risk of COVID-19 is to wear a mask when you're in public spaces.
Dr. Tufton says regional health authorities across the island have been mandated to go into all town squares to promote the concept of wearing a mask in public spaces. However, the minister says there are no current plans in place to implement legislation for mask wearing.
We have not discussed that at this point in time. What we are being governed by right now are the orders that the government takes a position on and makes it mandatory through those orders which has expiration date or sunset clauses. Right now, we believe that the threat of COVID-19 is still very real. We don't want Jamaicans to be complacent. We don't know what the future will bring. Maybe when there's a vaccine and the risk of COVID-19 is not as great, then we won't have this challenge. But right now, we think it is very important for persons to remain vigilant, and wearing a mask when you're in a crowded area is very, very important to that cause, and that is what we will continue to promote for now.
Dr. Tufton also had this message for Jamaicans.
Proper wearing of the mask and the care, right. So this idea of wearing the mask on your chin or on your forehead, it's important that people realize that you take the mask off using the sides, you don't touch the mask, and you put it on, right? By lifting it over the ears, pulling it up, and making sure it's above the nose. Very important. You don't handle it, you don't put it on your chin, you don't put it on your forehead. It's important because, again, frankly speaking, a mask can be a double-edged sword. If you don't use it properly, it could also be a problem for you.
The health minister also highlighted the importance of mask wearing on public transportation, particularly buses.
That is why the masks is so important, because we understand that, practically speaking, once persons start to move around and people start to congregate and people have to depend on public transport, even with the rules that are in effect, it is not going to always be possible for persons to observe some of those measures in terms of the 6 feet apart. I mean, we're here now and we're really not observing it, frankly speaking. But what we all can do as an added precaution is to wear the mask. And so the mask, to my mind, right now, is perhaps your best defense, plus sanitizing periodically. So the hand sanitizer, which we all should travel with. The social distancing or the physical distancing becomes difficult in a number of contexts, and we have to accept that as a reality. But I think we have a lot of power over ourselves to have a mask in our possession, to wear it properly, and of course to apply the sanitization method.
This man was the recipient of a mask. He has words of advice for others.
Yeah, we have to keep it on because we have to make sure say everybody all right and we don't catch a sickness. Yeah, we have to encourage everybody in the world, say it's safe for us to wear the mask. The disease, it can affect it a lot, so we have to be careful and be smart.
As at June 1, Jamaica has 586 COVID-19 cases with 311 recoveries. For the news on PBCJ, I'm Gabrielle Thompson.